Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. I slept all through the night.
I slept so good.
You slept good? Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah, I went to bed. It was like 9:30, which is really early, but I was ready to go to bed at 9:30. And I did not wake up until 5:28, which was 2 minutes before my alarm went off. I woke up and I was like, man, I hadn't woken up yet, but I could tell that I had been having like stress nightmares. And I was a little warm when I woke up, and I could tell that there had been all sorts of crazy stuff going on in my head. And I was like, oh, what time is it? And I looked, I was like, oh, my alarm's about to go off. Perfect. So that was nice. And, it's going to take days to recover, but having had a full night's rest, God, I feel so much better. It's now 6. Getting ready to jump in the car and drive back to Myrtle Beach just in time for breakfast stream. This has nothing in it, and this is all there is in this room. There's a chair. That chair is where Kepler sits. And then this has got nothing. Mal did do a paint in here, and now there is no paint. Did you eat? You done? Okay. That's fine. There's a little bit left in there. No, I don't want it. So we arrived. We did breakfast stream. We got started just a little bit late, partially because I was trying to set up this. This is the Sony a6400, which I haven't used in a while, and I could not get it to work. I connected the dummy battery to it, and the power light came on for a second, and then it went off. And I was like, okay. So I was like, is there something wrong with the camera, or is there something wrong with the dummy battery? And I don't have any charged normal batteries, so I had no way to test it. So I was like, well, I guess we're not using an actual camera. We'll use the laptop. So we just set the laptop here. And I'm charging a battery for it, so I can at least find out if it's a battery problem or if it's a camera problem. If it's a camera problem, that's unfortunate. The last time I used the a6400, I don't know. We took it to Florida in December because we shot some of Carly's engagement photos with it. And then maybe I've used it because that's the camera I would set up when I did solo streams. If I was doing a solo stream, or if I was doing Grandpa's Game Garage, Morning Mario, first 20 streams, that sort of thing. So yeah, I guess I have used it since then. I don't know why it's not working now. Whatever. Anyway, so we did the stream. I may have said it before. I'm not sure. The goal today is we're going to go get some boxes because we're out of boxes here. We're going to get some boxes and pack up some of the remaining stuff because there's actually a fair bit of things that are still here. We want to make sure that we take Kepler with us when we go back to Raleigh tonight. But in the meantime, we want to try and get some packing done just so we can move a few things, but then also so things are packed. Bless you. We're thinking that maybe we're gonna get a U-Haul, like a tiny U-Haul next week, and finally get the remaining stuff all in one go. Because it's too much for just the car. It would require a U-Haul. But I'm not sure yet. I don't know yet. I'm undecided on exactly what I want to do. What I do know is that, the initial burst of energy that we've had this morning of yeah, we're up. All right, cool. Yeah, is over. And now we're being hit with the exhaustion because we've overdrawn on our sleep banks, and we're tired, and we have headaches that are just starting. So I'm like, okay, we still have the air mattress here since we intended to sleep here last night, but we didn't. So we're gonna take a nap, which is actually a pretty good plan. So we're just gonna take a little nap. Kep's here with us, so Kep can nap with us if he wants. You want to nap with us? Do you? Kepo, come nap with us. You can take a little nap. You like that? We can cuddle. And we might get lunch. I don't know. Today is lunch bunch day, but we had told everyone previously that we wouldn't be here. Now suddenly we're back because we didn't think we would be here. And I don't know if we're going to do lunch with folks or not, but we'll at least lay down for a little bit, and it'll probably make us feel a lot better. Okay, so I just woke up, and I'm going to show you this and then explain what's going on. So Kep is at the foot of the bed right now. The foot of the bed ends about where Kep's shoulders are. So his head is down there. You can see he had his head on my foot. My foot is hanging off the bed. Like the entirety of my foot is off the bed. Which means that like from his shoulder up to the top of his head, it was just suspended over the end of the bed, held up only by my foot. When I woke up, that's how he was sleeping. I bet you're just happy that we're here and you get to hang out with us. Huh? Is that true? You are adorable. I am very excited to take you up to your new home today. I think he's gonna do okay. We were talking a little bit on breakfast stream about how, the two cats have always had very different personalities, and of the two, the more inquisitive, adventurous one was Kepler. If we took Sagan somewhere, Sagan's instinct would be to hide and to just wait for the thing, whatever was happening, to pass. He would just stay in his cage. But Kepler was the one who very quickly would exit the cage and look around and be like, what's going on? Where am I? So I suspect that Kepler's going to do okay. Probably. I'm worried about the car ride. But once we get him there, I think he's just going to really want to look around and see what's going on. So I don't think he's going to be too scared. It's just going to be a new adventure for him. So I got the battery charged for this camera and I put it in and I was playing with it and it seemed to work and I was like, okay, but then it stopped working and I was like, oh no. And I finally figured out the problem. The camera did reset to default settings and, well, kind of. It had my memory stuff stored into it, like my specific settings, but it reset date and time, and I think it's because I had a battery out of it for such a long time. However, this is hilarious and maddening. See how the camera's set up? See where the cable is? The cable is right across the little sensor to see where your eye is. And when you get your eye close, the screen goes black. That's why the display was black. I'm very mad. I haven't tested the other cable, but I'm sure that it actually works, and I could have used that for breakfast stream, but the stupid cable was in the way. Let's go get lunch. For lunch, we went to 45th Avenue Deli, formerly Kaminsky's Deli, and Mel and I had the exact same sandwich, the Montauk, which is delicious, and there aren't enough sandwiches that utilize Russian dressing. And while we were in there, I think it was the cook. The cook came over and was like, y'all like shrimp? And I was like, yeah. He's like, there you go. Merry Christmas. And it was like a whole thing of fried shrimp. And they were really good. He gave me some tartar sauce. That's happened before. There's been many times that we've been at Kaminsky's and someone's walked over and been like, y'all like this? And I'm like, yeah. Because one time they gave us macaroons.
Yeah.
One time they gave us black and white cookies.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a normal thing, but it feels like just about every time we've ever gone, they've given us something, and I'm like, neat. What are you doing, buddy? I don't think that's where cats go. That's for flour. I don't think you're flour. We are back at the house, and my parents have come over to help us pack some stuff up, clean a few things up, and it's going all right. It's going all right. The kitchen is what has needed the most work.
Some cabinets have been totally empty, some are half, and then there's a couple that are just totally full.
We were, we were packing stuff up, and when the movers came, we were actually still working on stuff, and we never really got to the kitchen. So the kitchen is kind of a work in progress, but that's okay. That's okay. We're slowly putting stuff over into this room, things that we need to take. There's some stuff that we definitely want to take back tonight, and then there's other stuff which like we obviously won't be able to fit in the car, so we're just kind of like working at it. And upstairs in my office, the closet was just jam-packed with stuff. It was jam-packed with games, which we took a long time ago, but it's jam-packed with like other stuff. And that closet is so low that for me to go in and out of it, I'm like all hunched over. So I spent about 25 minutes just pulling stuff out of that closet and moving it into the room up there. And I have it like all spread out onto the floor. And I'm slowly dealing with it. When the movers came, I was in the process of fiddling with some things and getting stuff packed up. And I was like, well, I don't want this stuff in their way. So I took a bunch of cables and just threw it into the closet. And now I'm paying for that because it's become a matted mess. And I have to pull them apart individually and get them wrapped up. I mean, I guess I could throw them all into a box and deal with it there, but I'd rather do it here. So I'm trying to deal with it. So we had a little dinner with my family, and then we said goodbye, and it's kind of a real goodbye this time because we are not coming back tomorrow, and we are not coming back the next day, and we're not coming back for a few days. We will be back, but it's a little more permanent this time that we're leaving. And now we get to load up the car, and you get to come along. You excited? You don't even know. I'm not ecstatic about the fact that there's more to do here. I'm not ecstatic about the fact that it is 9 p.m. because that means we have to drive the entire way in the dark. And it also means that we won't get there until like midnight. And like, it's fine, but it's not how I wanted it to go. But we did work here today. There's still stuff.
The kitchen is almost done. There's these pots and pans, I think. There's
been stuff that needed to be done, and it's a work in progress. But it is, and I don't know. It's not the best situation. I wish in a magical world we would have had everything packed up forever ago, and when the movers did everything, but at that point we would have been done, and everything would have been perfect, and that's just not how it went. But I'm still excited. And I feel good, which, over the past few days I have not. But, a full night's rest last night combined with a nap today, I actually feel really good. I think when I get home, I said home. When I get home in Raleigh, I'll be ready for bed. And there's a ton of stuff to do tomorrow. But for right now, I'm feeling pretty good. A little nervous about keeping the car. As per the suggestion of several folks at Breakfast Stream this morning, we went out and bought puppy pads, just because one time he did pee in the cage.
This is a lot shorter trip, though.
Yeah, this is a short trip compared to coming back from Atlanta, or going to Atlanta rather. And I think he's going to be okay. Did he go recently? No. Okay, well, he has not went. So, I was kind of hoping he would go. We can't make you go.
No.
It's not how it works. Hi, Mom.
You feeding me? You washed my dish.
Yeah, we should probably not.
Yeah, I don't think we should feed him right now.
Okay. It's going to be
I don't want him to throw it up 2 minutes down the road.
Exactly. It's going to be a loud car ride. Man, that is so lucky.
Yeah.
That is so, we're literally about to walk out the door and start like loading things.
We already wrapped up the scoop and stuff. We were just about to do the litter box and he started showing interest, so we walked over here and stood quietly.
Trip's gonna be a lot easier now, bud. You ready for a trip? Car is loaded up. I'm actually a little surprised that we got this much in here, including mouse painting, which is in glassine paper and also taped to the box to make sure it doesn't move. And there's no risk of anything else like falling on it or hitting it, so it's safe. For the next Malmix painting, whoever wins this, will be like, oh wow, that was
It took a trip.
It took a little trip. He looks like he's relatively calm.
Yeah.
Okay, bud.
You ready?
You ready for a new adventure? Sorry. It's not about the house, it's something about... We're only taking one cat, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just got me really hard suddenly. We came with 2 and we're leaving with 1. All right. We got a 3-hour ride and it's 10 o'clock. We're not gonna get there till 1. Let's get started.
He's right here.
Hey, buddy. Can I come in?
You want to come sit with him?
Yeah, I'd like to. Hey, bud.
Watch out, let Dad in.
Hi. Hey, we'll let you out soon, I promise.
He's much less pink than he was.
He was pink?
Because his blood was all high pressure.
Oh.
He scarfed his food
Did he?
immediately. Like the second you set it down, it was almost gone.
All right. Hi, bud. Well, hold on. A little update. We made it. The car ride was traumatic. The first half hour, Kep was good, actually. He was almost quiet. And then it started to, over the next half hour, it kind of started to increase in frequency. Like, and I was like, I wonder if he has to go to the bathroom. And there's not really anything we can do. We had the puppy pad in there.
He peed before we left too.
And he peed right before we left. So we were like, well, we'll see what happens. And then we smelled pee. And we're like, okay, he peed. And we were coming right up to a rest area. And we were like, well, you know, we'd stop at the rest area.
Change the puppy pad.
And Kepler freaked out so much after he had peed, like he rolled around. So even though we had set the cage in such a way that it shouldn't have been a huge problem, he rolled around to the point where the cage was, the stuff was just everywhere.
At one point I looked at him, he was underneath everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he was having a fit, and we stopped at the rest area, and as soon as we pulled in, someone knocks on my window, and I'm like, oh, I am not in the mood for this right now. And there's a guy that's like, you know, hey, my wife and I was like, I can't. It's like, there's a cat in my car covered in piss. And he's like, no, you don't understand. I just need some money. And I was like, get away from the car. And the guy was like, rest areas at night are fun. They're fun and always very safe and not at all frightening. Anyway, you know, we turned the light on and we looked at Cap and we're like, well, we can't really do anything. You know, he's flipped the thing around. Everything is now covered in piss, especially him. And we still had about an hour, a little over an hour. And I felt awful, but I was like, I don't know what to do. I think the best scenario is to just get there. So we did. And he cried basically the whole way, which was an emotional experience for him and then also for us. But now we're here. Mal gave him a little bath. I gave him some food. And this is it, bud. You live here now. You live here. You okay?
Be good now.
Poor thing. You've had a hell of a night. I know. I'm so sorry. Well, we got his...
He's
things.
not gone in there yet.
But-
He kind of stood here and then was like,
And doesn't have to go anymore, does he? I think he peed twice. Because right before we got here, we started smelling pee again real
the
strong.
last 10 minutes.
Yeah, like we were almost here, and I was smelling it, and I was like, I'm probably crazy, and I didn't say anything. And then a second later, Mal was like, "Do you smell pee?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." So I actually think he peed twice. You get it all out. You want to see your new house?
He's ready.
He's ready. The reason we brought him in here is to calm him down, but also I really want to make sure that he knows this is where his litter box is.
Should I set him up by it?
Maybe we should put him in it or something.
Just so he knows?
Just so he knows, like,
Yeah.
because this is your base of operations, pal. If you decide that you need a second litter box downstairs, we'll do it. We never had to do that before, but if you need one, we'll get one. But until then, this is where the pee is. Okay. Here we go. You're in a new place, bud. He's doing good. He's actually, honestly, adjusting pretty quick. He's following us around and generally being pretty cheerful.
Oh, that's lovely and loose.
Oh God, really? Well, is it even on there? Might want to have
Let's put it over here for now.
someone look at that. It's probably, is just the plate loose?
No, the whole thing is loose.
Oh, good. Well, alright. This isn't going to be his permanent place anyway. But yeah, maybe we'll just put it over there for now.
This one's plate is loose, but the face is fine.
What is wrong with this stuff? Oh, drink time? He says, yeah, I'm thirsty. Where's the spigot? Okay, well, this is going pretty well considering that we've been here for an hour.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. There's a few little things we probably need to do to Kepler-proof the house. I want to take those billies and lay them down. I want to maybe move the cat tree because sometimes he'll go up the cat tree and he has a tendency to, like, if he needs something to jump to because he'll try to jump from the top. And in the old place we had a table that he could jump to. Otherwise sometimes he gets stuck up there and then he'll be like, help. Like sometimes we would have mail on the table and then he would just cry. He'd be like, please someone get me down. So we always had to keep a kind of like basically a landing pad for him. So want to do that. And I don't know, I'll just look around the house to see if there's anything pressing. But he's adjusting pretty well. He's calming down. And I hope that tonight he'll sleep on the bed. That's my hope. Anyway, there might be something else that happens. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go ahead and preemptively end the vlog. It's been a long day, and it has been a very physically, emotionally draining weeks. But it's nice to be here. The whole family is now here. And, we got a lot to do. We really do. Like, we have this entire room is boxes, and it's going to take a while to deal with, but I'm looking forward to it. And tomorrow we're planning on doing a stream. So I have a few pieces of equipment I'll have to dig out And it's kind of nice because it forces me to get stuff set up a little bit. And that's kind of, I don't know, that sometimes finding the motivation to overcome like something like this, like, oh, there's so much stuff. Finding the motivation is hard, but when you know that you're like, oh, I'm going to do a thing, I need this stuff, that can help. So we'll work at it. But for now, it's just nice for us all to be here together and to see him enjoying himself. And I'll feel a lot better once I see him go to the bathroom in his box. Like, so he like, oh, I'm aware of where this is. I will go up there. That's a new sound, isn't it? That's a new sound for the it's a new washer.
It's quieter.
Yeah, but it's got different sounds, so he's got to get used to the new sounds. All right, I'm rambling. Thank you all so much for joining us. Tomorrow, our new adventure begins. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?